Good evening, people. Here's a quickie. We're just going out to the workshop for something. I just want to build on the previous video. I thought about deleting it. I probably would be wise to delete it, but I'm going to leave it up anyway. But it's very, very interesting how people's opinions can vary a lot. Now, I'm not saying other people are wrong. I'm saying other people may have experiences that I don't have in the same situation. Now, I'm going to talk mainly about the shoulder plane that I've just purchased and got today. But before I do that, I went and got the correct name of the person that was making the router cabinet, and it wasn't April Wilkinson. I thought it was Wilkinson, but it's Wilkerson. Anyway, she does really good work, so I like watching her videos. But the other person, so probably a glitch, was Marie from DIY Montreal, and she was the person that I saw making the cabinet, and she made one comment about where the suction was increased, the vacuum, the extraction was increased, and it was strange that she even thought not to do it, but she made her cabinet fairly well sealed off and had a port not dissimilar to that sort of thing, but had no inlet, no air inlet for the air to come through. And I'm thinking she was contemplating it all coming through the actual fence itself and then into her port. So that would have increased the airflow at that point. But she was getting chip in the cabinet itself, underneath the router, where the router was. And soon as she put some holes in the door, the Perspex door, oh no, she didn't have a Perspex door, no. But she put some holes in the cabinet to allow air to get in to extract the chip, which is obvious, which is a well-known thing, that, obviously, once you know. If that's extracting a lot of air, it's got to have a lot of air being able to be extracted. Now, it can't all go through that port up top. The hole is just not physically big enough, and it's quite often occupied by stuff like a router bit and the router body, etc. So if you've got a 100 millimeter hole there, you've got to have roughly 100 millimeters of openings somewhere, and if you don't, you choke off the airflow. That has been well known to me as a builder for a long time, and that's why, just as an aside, people have a bathroom, toilet sort of thing, anywhere where you're extracting air, and they've got no, it can be that they close the door, turn the fan on, and wonder why the extraction not as good as they want. Well, there's no air getting into the bathroom or toilet or whatever, laundry, for that fan to extract the air. So you've got to open a window or leave a door open or have some sort of make-up air going into the room that you've sealed off. Well, same here. The more extraction you've got there, the more openings you need. Otherwise, yeah. Anyway, so that was quite interesting. She popped a series of holes, Marie, I think it was, popped a series of holes along the back, like I'm pointing to here, and that allowed the air in and therefore the air to take the chip in out through the port. Right, so that was one thing. So I just wanted to correct that. I gave the wrong name. However, it was this tool here, which I am very, very impressed with. But I said I'd go find the website that I got it from, and I'm surprised it was Amazon. That's where I got it. And yes, indeed, the price of this just over a week and a half ago, was $108 delivered to me here in Christchurch. But every time I looked at it, and it came up on Amazon Australia or America, but the Amazon site, it was $155 or $170. And it's exactly the same product, and I was really surprised, so I got lucky, I suppose, that it was the price now, the higher price, just over that short period. So don't know how I got it so cheap. But I had the thought to see what the reviews of it were, and man, do they vary. Some of them was basically saying it's rubbish, it's this, that, and it's terrible, and I'm going, what are they talking about? It is a beautiful bit of machining. And they're saying how the chrome paint, and I'm going, where the hell's the chrome paint on this? Same box, same tool, there is no issue there. No idea. Is it perfect? No, it's not perfect. But then the Veritas ones of these are $600, $800. This is $105 or $108. So, yeah, it's perfect enough for me. The handle can move around a little bit, I just noted, but that's just to do with how you tighten it up. I've just moved it back there. Perfect alignment. This has got a black painted surface. I don't know whether, or no, I don't even know whether it's painted. It might have been a treatment. So that's nice. Yeah, there's no brass. It looks like it's all stainless fittings. The machining is absolutely beautiful. So sometimes you get lucky. Maybe I've got lucky. Maybe those other people have got unlucky. They did say, and it could well be, that the blade should be exactly the same width, if not slightly wider than the body. Okay, I'll accept that as a criticism, but I'm just having a look. It could be a little bit under the width of the actual, pointing the camera, saying it might be a bit undersized compared to this. Okay, if that's something that you think critical or important, then fine. But why would you want to say that it wants to be equal to, I agree, or bigger than the width? Because that means that it's sticking out on one side and the other side if it's bigger. So how do you use the both sides of the as a shoulder plane on this side? Then you'd have to change the blade and push it back. Now that was oversized. Slightly undersized means that you can line that oversized bit. I thought, well, you're being a bit fussy there. Undersized slightly, and I'm talking 0.5 mil to 1 mil. You flush it up on one side, you do the cuts there, and then of course you'd have to either turn it around and come back the other way or move the blade across. But this oversized business, I'm thinking that some people can be a little bit precious in what they require. Mouldings, yeah, it's slightly got a little bit of a tilt there where it's been machined. Some of the corners, I do note on some products, can be a bit sharp. It is there. I will need to take to that with a like the wee rotary tool, just to take the sharpness off of it. But man alive, it is a lovely bit of machining, and it's nice. It works well. I've just did a little bit earlier, you know, the loosening off the knob there, just to take the stress off of it. Turn the knob, tighten that back down again, away you go. So yeah, I don't know. The other way of looking at it is, I know nothing, and therefore anything I look at that helps me out, I'll be looking at it with, you know, rose-tinted glasses. But I've got other planes. I've got a rebate or rabbit plane. This is going to work differently from it, in a different capacity. It's going to solve my problems, and I'm happy for that to be the case. And $108 versus $600 to $800. Come on, you know. If you were asking this to do what the Veritas plane can do, well then maybe you're asking the wrong question. It's well, I don't know, but yeah, I just didn't want, you know, like someone to look at this and get one and say, oh, it's horrible, when they get theirs and it might be a dud. I've got a dud over there that I bought, which had very high reviews from very reputable woodworkers, some very well-known woodworkers. I bought it on that recommendation but it was a dud. Dud in as much as it wasn't anywhere near the accuracy, and I can show that. I actually mentioned about it before. I didn't actually make a video of it per se, criticising it, but it's one of the better known tool manufacturers. You look at it, and it is a beautiful bit of engineering that doesn't quite work. And yeah, very, very disappointed in it. But sometimes you get unlucky, and you get the one that slipped through the quality control. And that's obviously the one I've got. Well, there you go. Anyway, better go back inside. I've got the evening meal on the stove heating up, and I don't want to burn it. But yeah, router. I found the right person, Marie from DIY Montreal. She mentioned about where she put the holes. That makes a difference. But the main thing was you've got to let air in to let it out. Some people, Tamar, she made it, because I like watching a lot of the women making some of the things, because they come at it from sometimes a different perspective if it's not their native hobby or profession as well. So, but anyway, the information, what's important, not who creates it. But she made a lot of slots on the front of it, and it still didn't clear the chip. But she said, well, she'll live with that, so that's fine. And I'll do the same. I'm going to make a slight modification to that, maybe, and we'll see how that works. But all in all, if it collects anything, 75% of the chip and the rest just builds up, that's what a vacuum cleaner's for. So, yeah. Rightio, that's it. I'm off. Better go check if my tea's burning. Right, see you in the next one now. Bye.